Okay, guys, for today's sessions, we are covering overcoming barriers to long-term goals. So I will talk for the topic about 5 minutes, then we'll do some journaling prompts, then a guided visualization. And if anyone wants to stick around afterwards, we do a Q&A to share takeaways, ask a question, or even offer insights to the group. But I want to start today's session off with this topic with a quote. And it's one of my favorite quotes of all times. And it goes that in the absence of clearly defined goals, we became strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until ultimately we become enslaved by it. And I want to break down this a little bit. In the absence of clearly defined goals, well, I've got a lot of friends who are very much into personal development and they could tell you about their goal in excruciating detail. But the thing is, they're not emotionally involved with their goal on a day to day basis. That's what I really want to add. It's not just about if you get a goal, you will have it. It's about, is your goal an afterthought? Is it your first thing that you think about when you go to wake up in the morning? Is it the first thing that you think about when you go to bed at night? How obsessed with your goal are you compared to mundane, unimportant things in your life? It's not enough to have a goal. We need to be more connected to our goal than we are to the mundane, than we are to the excuses that we have. I like to think that when we have a goal, our ability to go after it is going to be really determined by number one, how clear we are on it. Like, do we know what it is? For me, right now, I've got a goal. I want to be 88 kilograms with a six pack by my wedding on June 13th. That's like something clearly defined. I want to be in a great energy. I want to feel healthy. I want my stomach to feel really good. I want my shoulder to be healed. I want my lower back to be feeling amazing. I have a very clear image of me standing in front of the mirror, getting ready for my wedding, looking in the mirror, having a look at the scales. I'm at somewhere around 88 kilograms and I look the way that I want. It's very, very clear. But I'm also seeing this every day. And then the second part is how emotionally connected to it are you? For me, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm saying, well done, man. I'm so proud of you for all the meals that you ate, all the workouts that you did, for being this strong person that's going to be in a great vibration, for having kids, in the future with your partner, for being amazing, showing up strong and committed and consistent for your partner. I'm thinking about my parents and how I want to help them get healthy. I want to inspire my friends to be healthy. I'm emotionally connected to it. If you spend any time with me, I'm going to talk about health and fitness. I'm going to try and get you healthy and fit as well. And I love that. It's a big part of my goal. So those are the first two. How clear is it? How emotionally connected to it are you? But the third one is, what are your strongest excuses not to do it? Now, every single time I have a client, they'll come to me and tell me their goal. And in one breath, they'll tell me this is what I want. And in the next one, they'll tell me all the reasons why they can't. They're very connected to their excuses. They might be, well, I need to relax when I get home and be on my phone for 2 hours. Oh, I'm so stressed at the moment, so busy, I'm so tired, whatever it is. They give their energy to what their excuses are. They get good at things like playing on Facebook. They get good at playing video games. They become oddly obsessed with what's happening on maths, whatever it is, and they become the excuses. The thing is, they're also correct to an extent. Everyone has an excuse. You have an excuse of why you could have not hopped on this call. You have an excuse right now why you can jump off and not give this the attention that it deserves. And guess what? You could be justified. Well, I didn't have the time. I wasn't really in the mood. How strong are your excuses? And how strong are your reasons for doing it? That's what it's really going to come down to. When it comes after our goals, you know, I want you to think about how it feels to tell yourself that you got no chance at it. Like, think about your goal and then also say to yourself, I've got no chance. It's not going to happen. I'm too tired. I'm not strong enough. How does that feel? It feels crap. This is why when people start telling me their reasons why they can't have their goal, I stop them so quickly. It's like watching a friend take poison in front of you. They get emotionally involved in their excuses, not the reasons why. I'm like, well, what are your reasons for doing it? Why do you want it? And suddenly they say, well, I want to feel good. I want to be a good partner. I really want to, you know, look in the mirror and like the person I see. I'm like, yeah, awesome. Let's get into that. Think about that. Think about your reasons for why you want to do it. And suddenly you'll feel motivated. So I want you to think about this. When you're going after your goal, to overcome the barriers, one, get very clear on what your goal is. Two, know why you're going after it. It's not enough. The goal is great, but your reasons for why you want it are more powerful than the goal itself. If you've got no emotional connection to it, it's not going to happen. And then the third thing is identify and dissolve your excuses. Everyone's got a great excuse. The only thing worse than a good excuse is to have multiple ones. So that's what we're going to do today with our exercise. You know, all you need is one good excuse not to do something, and a lot of people have got like 10. So today we're going to dissolve some of those excuses. So with our journaling, you can have Mindset Mondays written down on a piece of paper, overcoming barriers to long-term goals if you want. But journaling prompt number one. What's one long-term goal that you would like to see yourself move towards right now? And you can answer it by writing the goal I want to see progress towards right now is. The goal I want to see progress towards right now is. And just write down what it is. Could be to do with income, could be to do with relationships, maybe a trip you want to take, anything. And once you've got a goal written down, just give me a thumbs up emoji, or you can, if you got your camera on, just give us a thumbs up. Let me know to move on to the next one. Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Tash. Thanks. I think I saw Vicky. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Kay. I think I saw Clayton as well. Perfect. Got Alan. Excellent. Excellent. And Ree. Perfect. All right. Now that you've got your goal in mind, number two, what are your three most common excuses for not going after this? And you can dot point these using A, B, and C. So you can write number two, the excuses I tell myself are. The excuses I tell myself are. Could be I'm too tired. I don't know what to do. It's too difficult. I'm not smart enough. Whatever it is. My biggest excuse for a long time was I have ADHD and I can't focus for long enough. When I had chronic fatigue, it was I'm too tired. It's not a chance to beat ourselves up. It's just a chance to be curious. And once you've got three written down, just give us a thumbs up. Thanks, Kay. Thanks, Ree. Yep, I can do that. I did see you leave and then come back. Perfect. There you go. All right, we'll move on to question number three. We won't dwell on that one for too long. Well done for being honest with yourself there, by the way. That's a difficult thing to do. What I want you to do right now is I want you to look through the three excuses that you wrote down and pick one that you want to work on changing your thinking around right now. Which excuse do you want to let go of? Do you want to dissolve? And just underline it, put a star next to it. And And you can come back and do this exercise anytime you want. If you do it once, you will probably feel a little bit awkward, not too sure. If you do it a few times, you just get better at it. And you answer it with more confidence. You understand yourself and you gain that awareness. Now, with this excuse that we have, number three, I want you to write down three reasons why this excuse isn't really 100% true. Like if you're being completely honest with yourself, you know that there's some seeds of doubt that you have that this is true. And what I want you to do is write down three reasons why you know. By writing number three, this excuse isn't really real because. This excuse isn't really real because. And you can use an example, you can use whatever you want. For me, I wrote down, yeah, I'm too tired all the time. I'm like, yeah, but you still go and play tennis every week. You also, if one of your friends rang up and said, let's go out tonight, you'd still go. If there's a football game on, no matter if you're half asleep, you sit there and watch it until the end. I know that I'm not tired all the time. I was going to work 20 hours. So could someone who's exhausted and not able to move do that? No. If at any point, also, you can take a deep breath. If you struggle to answer this question, good. It means you're building some new neural pathways. You're thinking differently about it. If it was very easy to answer this question, you probably wouldn't even have that excuse in the first place. All right, perfect. You can see most people have finished it. Excellent, excellent. We're going to move on to question number four. So just finishing up question number three. Whatever you wrote down, that's perfect. Number four, I want you to write down 4 ways you know you could move towards your goal this week. And just think of little things. Doesn't have to be anything big like, you're going to run a marathon or something like that. Could be just something as simple as I'm going to go for a walk each day this week. And you can dot point these as A, B, C, and D. You can answer this by writing the ways I can move forward on my goal this week are. The ways I can move forward on my goal this week are. Just think about little things. If your goal is to be in a relationship, maybe you could sign up for a dating website. Maybe you could start writing a list of what you're looking for in a partner. If you're looking for a job, maybe you could apply for one job. Maybe you could start writing your resume. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just 4 little things. This isn't an excuse to give yourself an elaborate to-do list, by the way. So that's why we just do the 4. Perfect. We all got 4 things we could do. Perfect. Now, I love this question on the back of that because when you start thinking about how usually you start to feel a bit of pressure, you usually start to feel the emotion of resistance come up, or maybe you feel excitement. Depends on what kind of person you are and where you're at right now. But number five, this is where we want to get into the emotions. Why is it important that you start taking these actions now? You start taking action, you start just biting the bullet and doing it. What are your most motivating reasons to do well on your goal this week? And you can dot point as many answers as you want, but write why I really want to take action towards my goal this week is. Why I really want to take action towards my goal this week is. Put emotion into it. Doesn't have to be a logical reason. It could be an emotional one because I want to feel relaxed knowing it's done. I want to love myself more. I want to be a good role model. I want to be a great coach. Whatever it is. I can't tell you what your answers are. Whatever comes to you is perfect though. Guys, excellent. Whatever you wrote down is perfect. And what I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat is how you're feeling about moving towards your goal right now. You can just put one word in the chat if you want. You can put a sentence. And you don't have to say something positive. You can write feeling confused. You can write anxious, whatever it is for you. Clayton, inspired. Love it. Kay, positive and excited. Re, apprehensive. That's good though. That's good. It's good to start moving towards it. A lot of the time at first, if you don't feel a healthy level of scared and excited, then you know you're probably going in the wrong direction. So if you feel a little bit apprehensive, it's probably just, oh, I lost that. Perfect. Tasha's feeling a bit scared. That's okay as well. Lee, feeling okay. Good. Carrie's feeling excited. Amanda's feeling energized. Excellent. Alan's feeling anxious. See, a lot of people, when they start doing this, they start feeling a little bit, some other emotions come up. Worry, doubt. That's okay. It's all part of the process. It's better to face it though. Anxious but determined. Alan, excellent. Vicky, this is difficult as it is so easy to allow myself to get distracted. This is a real challenge. Yeah. It can be a real challenge to sit here and write these answers out. It's one of the reasons why when we feel anxious towards our goal, we end up picking up the phone, we end up procrastinating, we end up going to the safety things. But reminding ourselves of why it's important and finding something within our goal that's going to motivate us, making the goal feel really good. That's where we eventually get the power to overcome it. All right, excellent. Well, we're going to jump into our guided visualization slash meditation now. So just take a moment, just shake your body, move around a little bit. You did really well with the journaling. And it's good to just take a moment to just before you do the meditation, just stretch out because you might be feeling some energy in your body right now from those questions. And you want to feel nice and relaxed and not tight and stiff and uncomfortable. All right, perfect. So just taking a moment to arrive into a nice comfortable position that you're happy to stay seated in for the next 10 minutes. If you're not comfortable, then meditating is not much fun. All right, I'm going to play some meditation music and just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfy. Take a few deep, slow breaths to just arrive at the space. And just feel yourself just slowing down. Perfect. Now I've got some music. Just taking a moment to arrive completely into the stillness. And just taking a deep breath in through your nose. Nice and slow. Deep breath out through your mouth. And if you haven't already, just closing down your eyes. Just arriving into the stillness. Feel your mind slowing down. Feel your body getting comfortable. And just giving yourself permission to be here. To participate, to experience. And just allow yourself to be curious. We're going to do a quick breathing exercise to really arrive in the space. And all we're going to do is take 3 quick inhales through our nose and then a sigh out through our mouth. It's kind of like in, out. Now we're going to do these breaths together. And if it feels a little bit weird, that's okay. Just staying with it. It's just like a... And we'll do our first round together in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, out. 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 And last one, breathe in, all the way out. And just feel yourself relax, let your breathing return to normal. Just noticing how you're feeling in this moment. No judgment of how you're feeling, just being curious. And in your mind, I want you to imagine that you've accomplished your goal. I want you to arrive into a scene, the first one that comes to mind, of when you have accomplished your goal. Just seeing what's around you, seeing where you are, who's there, if anyone. And as you're looking around in this moment, I want you to feel a sense of excitement and satisfaction rising up within you. You've done it. You did all the things that needed to be done to get here. And there's a sense of satisfaction, fulfillment. Take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. And let the scene play out a little bit. See what maybe you might do to celebrate. Maybe you run around the room with a big smile. Maybe you hug a loved one. Maybe you sit there and just appreciate everything you did to get there. Just see yourself enjoy this moment fully. And imagine that you can see this scene slipping away, and you can imagine that you're hanging out with one of your friends, maybe a family member, someone that comes to mind that you're really close with. And see yourself talking to them wherever it is, a cafe, wherever it is. And I want you to hear yourself tell them about all the things that you did to get to this place of achieving your goal. Tell them the story about everything you did to get here. And just hearing them say, wow, that's pretty incredible. And I want you to see a look of confusion on their face. And they ask you earnestly and honestly, I can't, I can't believe you did all those things. What was it that got you to do that? Why did you want this goal so bad? And I want you to tell them why you did this, why you achieved this, why you did everything necessary to get here. And I want you to feel into it. Feel into that energy that's deep within you, that desire of your soul, and tell them why it was so important to you that you did this. As emotions come up within you, I want you to take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. Feel yourself feeling fulfilled, feeling proud, feeling satisfied. And see that scene with your friend slowly disappear. See them wave as they say, well done, that's amazing. And you can see yourself in front of a mirror in your bathroom before you're going to go to bed. And you're looking at yourself and you've achieved your goal. You knew why it was so good. And you see your reflection looking at you in the mirror. And you can see yourself smiling. You're in a great energy. You look amazing. And there's this big, stupid grin on your face. You can't stop smiling. And you hear from your reflection, looking at you, looking in your eyes, say, well done. I'm so proud of you for everything that you did to get here. I know how much this meant to you. I know how difficult it was. I know how challenging it was at times. But I'm so proud of you. I love you. I believe in you. You are amazing. Just take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. And you feel a beautiful emotion in your body right now, just radiating all the way from the top of your head, all the way down your arms, to the tips of your fingers, through your heart, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Take a deep breath into this beautiful energy. Deep breath out. And in this moment, as you're looking in the mirror, you remember all the excuses that you had. That you didn't have time, you weren't smart enough, whatever it was. And they seem so silly now. Because you know that you're able to overcome any obstacle. You already have. Take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. And with one last little smile at yourself in the mirror, Let the image disappear, fade away, and feel yourself slowly come back into your body where you're seated right now. Bringing back the vision, bringing back the energy, the emotions. And as you're seated there right now, I want you to feel a level of determination, of excitement, a can-do attitude building within you. Not just for this vision, but you're going to take this energy into the rest of the night, into the rest of the week ahead. Take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. You are stronger than any excuse. You have very motivating reasons available to you at any moment of why you want your goal, and you know it. That is your power. Take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. And with one more deep breath in, deep breath out. You can slowly start wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, bringing some gentle motion into your body as you slowly come out of the visualization and back into your body. And with one more deep breath in, all the way in, and one more deep breath out, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back and well done. Amazing work, guys. Well done. Just taking a moment to do anything that you need to do. If you need to write something down, amazing. If you need to just screenshot one of the images that you saw in the vision, if there was something that was powerful for you and you want to hold that, just take a moment to focus on that. Now, the way that these sessions work is you can hop off if you need to. If you need to go on with the rest of your day, that's completely fine. I do thank you all for coming here, giving me your time, your energy. I hope that you got something out of it. And when you go back into Meetup, if you want to give this session a review, what you liked, maybe what you think could be improved, that would be amazing. If you want to join the challenge this week, which is we're going to be doing the journaling prompts, slightly varied ones from the ones we did tonight. It's a bit quicker. We're going to be doing a challenge in the WhatsApp group where we do it every day this week. And we're also going to do a meditation that I'm going to be putting in the group throughout the week as well. So we're adding to that challenge this week, which is going to be really cool. Um, and yeah, there's also a list of links there. There's also one for if you want to give feedback anonymously. I know not everyone wants to, you know, say what they think in a public forum. So if you want to do that, that's amazing. And if you also want to help out with the meetup fees, I think it costs like $660 or something a year to keep the group going. We've been going for 3 years. So if you do want to help out, that would be awesome as well. Now, I do want to thank you all for coming. I know that you could have been doing anything tonight, but you've come here. So well done to you for, stepping into your personal development. And thank you for bringing the great energy. I will end the recording session and we'll jump into a Q&A. So you guys can ask a question, you can share a takeaway, or you can add an insight. I know that this topic, there's a lot more to add to it. So if you've got something that you think would help everyone else and you want to share that, amazing.